All right, guys, it's time. You know what? Shackles are off. There's no more self doubt. There's no more what if. There's no more woulda, coulda, shoulda. There's only just gas, bro. Just pedal to the metal. And we're just going to gun this. So, what's up, guys? Gerardo here, streaming at you live. Yeah, it's okay. I'm streaming live. You don't have to watch now. I'm recording it, and that way you can watch later. So, don't worry about it. Live doesn't mean like, oh, I have to watch. It just means he's recording. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Grab your drink if you are watching. Got a little Arizona. This message brought to you by Arizona. No, I'm just kidding. But I do love me in Arizona. I recommend. There's a cucumber one. There's a mango one. You know they have a spicy one too. And I don't mean to endorse Arizona. I'm just saying. Good. All right, guys, what's going on? Deep thoughts today. We're going to go for it. We're going to talk about it. We are going to go for the jugular, as it were. And we're not going to let up. We are not going to let up. We are going to ask the hard questions. We're going to do deep dives into everything. You name it. It's going to be good because we are looking for truth, which is why it's called the Zenith Axiom podcast, because we are seeking the highest truth. Like what is definitive, whether you believe it or not. Like, that's where we should be. You know? Like, okay, all these, like, okay, I'm going to start ranting. Anyway, guys, welcome to the show. What's up? What's going on? And we're going to make this happen today. There's a couple things I want to talk about. Look, I have a problem with people being so freaking stupid. Okay, I don't mean that like mean. Okay, don't get all like, oh, but I thought you were a Christian. Like, no, y'all stupid. Like, you guys are dumb. Okay, I am too. I'm talking about all of us, and I'm gonna rant a little bit, but I need you to hear me. Look, people seem to want to not think for themselves. Like, they just want somebody else to give them ideas. It's like, okay, bro, like, you have to eventually, like, think for yourself and decide what you actually truly believe, you know? And belief's a strong word, but, I mean, what else then? Why would anybody do anything if they didn't believe in it? You know, this is insane. This is crazy. Look, people seem not to want to think for themselves. Group thought. I have a problem with group thought. It's like, oh, I root for the Knicks. I root for the Spurs, and I therefore will fight you. Like, these are indifferent people who don't even know you exist, don't know your name, would give two craps about your $20 that you just whatever you bought ticket for. I dated myself right there. And for what? For what? To end up bleeding on the concrete and fighting some random that would otherwise have given two fucks about you because they're too busy with their own lives. But no, you guys decided to come together and it's Knicks versus Spurs. It's like, who is doing this? This is clearly a fucking psyop. And I guess you guys are just like falling for it in mass. You just like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Are you lemmings jumping off the cliff? Hello, where's your sense of self-preservation? Where's your sense of individual uniqueness that sets you apart from one star from another? You know, like, no, I'm gonna fight you because you rooted for this team when I rooted. Okay, okay, I guess that's what you guys want to do. Knock yourselves out. Have at it. Go for it, bro. Go for it. You know what? Here's a couple bucks so you can go. Well, I want to facilitate that. Oh, I have. I've bought tickets. I've watched shows. I've tuned in. I've turned on Fox News to see what happened on the NASCAR race, and I okay. Well, maybe I'm just as hypocritical. Maybe I'm just as bad. Maybe I'm part of the fucking problem. Maybe I'm the one who turns on, Yu-Gi-Oh and NASCAR and whatever the hell else I watch and UFC, and I'm contributing. I'm watching. So it's like there's no like talking against it and then being like, oh, but then I'm gonna go turn it on. So it's like, what the fuck? Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. That's great. That's good. That's a good one. Oh my god. You know what I'm saying though? Like this is insane. This is crazy. But we're gonna go ahead and get the show on the road. Sorry for that little rant. Um, tribalism, like, okay, we do go into tribalism. Like we do. We hook up with people who speak our own language or have our own same core values, and that is actually like perfect. Like, yes, do that. That is good. That is good plus a net positive for humanity. Like, do that and keep that. And then you have to understand, like, okay, it's like genetic borders. You have to have this flow. You can't just like no, because that's gonna like downfall the whole system. So this community is this race. This race is this race. This race is this race. And race just means certain geographical adaptations. We're all humans, and this is why we can all breed together, right? And like I said, this topic, this podcast is we're gonna talk about stuff. So don't get shocked when I start saying stuff because we're going there. Okay. So genetics has to be like a delicate pool. That's why the gene pool. You ever see the ripples in the water on the bottom of a pool? That's the gene pool. You have to flow. Just ripple. Let it just, and then you start forcing stuff and throwing stuff in the water. No, it's got to be like this though. And then what happens? No, let the gene pool just reflect like a pool. You start all this mass migration crap, which is a whole nother topic that oh my god, I don't even want to freaking get into. I will, but not right now. But I'm saying, like, you have to protect lineages. Your ancestors survived bears and lions and raiding conquerors and roving bandits of thieves and snakes, and they somehow, and now here I am. Like, clearly I'm descended from a long line of people, and so are you watching this, because you're obviously alive. There was a lot of alive dead people to make you alive. There was a lot of dead people to make you alive. You know what I mean? Like, there's honor that, and I think that's what the world's missing. The world wants to. Ooh, I need some Arizona. Excuse me. I get on these topics. I get like this. I really do. I really get like this. So what's going on? So, yeah, we make tribes, but here's the crazy thing: is that that instinct didn't vanish when we scaled up to nations and global economies. Social identity theory explains how we tie our self-worth to group membership, leading to in-group favoritism and out-group suspicion. Even the trivial stuff, politics, sports, culture, just supercharge because they tap into status, resources, identity, and moral sightings. Signaling. I read that wrong. Moral signaling. That's like that virtue signaling. Like, oh, look what I've done. I want the whole world to see how good I am. There's a verse in the Bible. Literally, there's a verse in the Bible. I always keep one right here. There's a verse in the Bible that says, I gotta bring it up. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. Like, you have to even keep pride away from yourself. Yo, I can't, bro. I didn't write this. I didn't write that. I'm gonna put that right there. I didn't write that. Come on. Come on. That's intense. That's intense. Right? So, what are we gonna do about this? Huh? Are we gonna respond to what the world is clear, what's happening clearly in the world? Even if it's aliens, and I got a whole thing on that, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna die. Like, you're just not. You guys understand? Like, you're gonna die. And where is your energy? Where is your soul? Where is yourself gonna go? It does. Otherwise, we wouldn't even have this freaking myth. The mythology. You know how they always say, like, there's a little truth in every mythology? Like, well, yeah, maybe something happened that kind of inspired something. Yeah, what do you think? We've been telling the same freaking story for, like, generations or over and over and over and over. It seems like our souls go somewhere when we die. And what you do here matters. And if you supercharge yourself with negative energy, guess where you're going to go? You're going to go to fucking hell. If you supercharge yourself with positive energy and do all the right things, it might not necessarily works, but just believe in and do good. Like, you're gonna go to heaven. Like, okay, like, duh. How is this like news to people? We've been saying the same fucking story, again, excuse my French, for like thousands and if not millions of years. I don't know, maybe we've been here 2 million years, which is my personal belief. I think we've been here for like 2 million years. That's a whole nother tangent. But I'm telling you guys, like, it really matters, like, what we do. This is not some fucking game. This is not just like pretend land and like, oh, la, 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 I'm just passing through. Like there's things that are gonna gnaw on your soul forever. Or is that not? Or that's the most horrific story I could ever think of. Like, forget like the slasher and like, oh, my body, oh, yeah, like stab me all you want. I'm worried about my soul. That's gonna not die, and they're gonna chew on it all a lot and burn me. But I think it's more like a primordial cosmic chaos separate from his order. So, which is not to say like, oh, there's devils and horns and pitchforks and all this. No. I think that's like Dante's Inferno kind of crap. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like you're already separate from his like, because he's a gentleman. He's not gonna force entire existence. He's like, dude, I'm just gonna make this universe, and this is what I do. And if you step out of my love and my light and my life-giving force, then I can't help you. And that's how like honoring he is of our free will. He's like, if you want to step out of me, bro, like, I'll tell you don't, but like, you can. And he's not gonna hold the door. He's not gonna block the door. He's not gonna be like, no, like, he's just gonna be like, okay, well, find out what it's like without me. And that he's not saying that out of pride, which is amazing. Like, he's not saying that like I'm the best thing you'll ever have. Like, he's not even like that. He's like saying like, it's, dude, the very nature that I am provides the love and light that gives you life. And if you step out of that, I cannot help you. He's like confessing his own powers, if you will. It's like a Marvel character telling you his weakness and just praying that you won't use it against him. Because if you do, he's even stronger. That's the fear of God. That's the awe. That's it right there. And he'll drop you fast, bro. Fast. You want to mess with God? You actually want to like legitimately in your soul like come against God? Like he'll be like, all right, you made your choice, and he won't even have to do it himself because that would be too much. He'd probably explode the whole planet. He'll send his homeboy. He'd be like, Michael, take care of him. Yikes. That's the end of a sword I do not want to be a part of. That would be devastating, sorrowful, and just that's it. I would be like, yeah, flaming. Clearly, I messed up. Like, I would accept it, but we don't have to because we have an advocate. His name is Jesus Christ, and is actually, believe it or not, the Son of God. Why can I say this? Why am I so confident? Why is it, Gerardo? Gerardo, I thought you were so like sad and stuff. I thought you had that like cancer scare a couple years ago, and I thought you were like on the streets and all. Yeah, guess what happened? I met a man. And his name is Yeshua, Jesus. Now, I don't know if he's an alien or he's some freaking, like, look, I understand from what I understand is a spiritual, divine being. And he lives in a higher plane after death where he brings his children into a golden kingdom because he created us. I believe that. I really do. And why I can say that is because there was a time where I bucked that. I was like, no, bullshit. I don't know. You know what? It's science. It's all this. I'm 36 years old, mind you. I went through those phases, and I was in that phase where I was like, all lies. Everybody wants to buy into all this. They're just trying to sell books. And I got laid low, man. I got laid low, laid out, and it all happened when I realized I needed help, right? And so I moved to Washington State for a while, and I found a ministry called Adult Teen Challenge. And the most amazing people I've ever met welcomed me into the house, and gave me a bed, blankets, and gave me clothes, and fed me in the morning, and said, "Are you okay?" And just like all these brothers, just like, "Are you good? Yeah, man. Like, you coming down, huh? Yeah, bro. Like, okay. Hey, you need a rest today, bro? I need to lay down, man. Like, okay, you coming down? Yeah, all right, all right, all right." And they brought you soup and like just helping you come down and all that. And I was sweating. I was having nightmares. I was like trembling. I had these crazy tremors where I was like, like, I don't know. I can't even repeat it because it was like so. It was inside. The tremors were coming from inside, and I was just like, "What the hell?" Like, and I'm trying to get off. I'm trying to get off of this, and I'm just like, dude, just keep eating. I keep telling myself, keep eating, keep sleeping, eat and sleep, eat and sleep, eat and sleep. Day three. I'm like coming back. I'm coming back. I'm like, oh, sweaty. They changed my blankets. I'm like finally looking up, like, damn, I can get down from the bunk for the first time. I was like, all right, hey, I can move a little bit. Still weak, still feeble. So like, oh, I gotta get up, get up. I can hear that voice inside. Get up, yeah. Even though I'm moving very slow inside, I'm like, come on. Make it to the bathroom and start making it to the first week, the second week, the third week. I'm feeling stronger. I'm getting better. I'm eating. They're feeding us 3 square meals a day. I'm like, bro, let's go. I'm starting feeling better. It's the second month, third month. I'm starting to wake up and like, and then like all of a sudden, by month 6, something snapped. Something woke up. Something clicked, or like let go, if you will. And by month 7, I was like, I locked right in. I locked in. I was like, oh, there I am. And all the creativity, the music, the stories, the comic books, the characters, the uh, business ideas just started pouring out. Journals filled with just business ideas, character ideas, sketches, and just, I wish I could show you, but I've lost everything so many times in my life. Um, and it was amazing because I realized that the drugs and alcohol was hindering me. As much as I wanted to use it as like some thing to do, it was in the way the whole time. And all the creativity, all the songs started just pouring out of me. I made songs that I can't repeat because how much I cried after I played it. And songs about worshiping God and getting through it and just being creative and just like, it was amazing. It was amazing. And I realized drugs aren't necessarily the way. They're kind of in the way, you know? And that's something to think about. Because I know society likes to think about drugs and alcohol as some kind of like creative force or something that, you know, that we do or whatever. But it's not. It's actually kind of in the way. It's in the way. And it's hampering our ability to actually interface correctly with the universe. And maybe there's a little bit of enhancement, sure. Maybe actual psychedelics like mushrooms and normal things like that. And no, don't do LSD. I don't recommend that. Again, this podcast is we're gonna say the words here. Don't come at me with your can't believe you said that. No, we're talking about it. We're going there. So don't. You complain. Watch another channel, I guess. It's like, but I just feel that a little bit of psychedelics might be okay. Might be okay, but not an advocate. I'm just saying. Okay, there's a couple things. And so let's get back to our original topic, which I was talking about, is how human nature plus technology plus incentives equals the atrocities we're seeing now. And that's saying a lot. I had it pulled up right here, so let me pull it out. Uh, notes. I got notes. I'm not just coming at you with nothing. Okay, this is stuff I'm thinking about. This is stuff and I'm not a show. I'm not an entertainment. If you guys want to come and talk and listen to this kind of stuff, I'm here. Um, okay, so here it is. Okay, human nature plus technology plus incentives equals the craziness that we're seeing. And so this is how I put it. Um, Let me find it. Hold on. I know I had it right here. Give me a second. Okay, human nature plus technology plus incentives equals the atrocities we're seeing. Okay. So human nature is already busted. It's already cooked. All right. We kill, we fight, we fuck, we die, we extract, we mine, we're destroyers. We really doesn't mean that's who we are, but it's just like we do kind of do that a little bit. We have to kind of admit both our good side and our bad side. It's like, oh, humanity is good, and we actually do a lot like amazing things, and we're this unique intelligence in the universe. It's great. But we also have to acknowledge, like, and also we can get pretty dark and crazy and weird and evil and frankly disgusting. But doesn't mean we're not worth saving. Doesn't mean that somehow like we have to just lay down and die and just accept our fate in the universe as he does. Like no, like we don't. That doesn't need to happen. But what we do need to do is actually start pulling together and get over like this tribalism crap, because that's what's killing us. Because we have so much bigger options in the world. We have so much bigger like aspirations and goals that we should actually be aiming to. Because like all this other tribalism crap is like it's bullshit. It's crap. It's crap. I don't care what fucking team you fucking root for. I don't give a shit. Who are they? Do they care about you? They pay you somehow? You benefit from that, like, okay, unless you're betting or whatever. And then that just comes into crooked moral actions and whatever, you know. So it's like, what are we really part of? I could see local teams. I can see some local stuff, but like this weirdo national, like everybody pit themselves against each other, like this is fucking engineered, dude. This is engineered. This is engineered to get people to go into the streets and get all messed up because one guy's wearing the wrong color. How dumb can you be? Like, are you serious? Because I have a different color. Boom, boom, I guess. I mean, she can come at me like that. I mean, no reason. I was just walking home. You need to take your country back. That's what needs to happen. And I'll tell that to Britain right now. Tell that to Britain right now. That's all I have to say on that. So, unchecked division risks real damage. It erodes trust, institutional failure, even violence, and even collapse. Okay, humanity won't die from it, but stagnation or self-inflicted wounds are possible. So we can definitely get in our own way, and we could probably be like close to the next solar system by now if we had just cooperated. Oh, I mean that. Oh, I mean that. We probably would have been halfway to Proxima Centauri had World War II been a a, a space race, which I think it was. But I think von Braun was right. He said that the rocket worked perfectly, but it landed on the wrong planet. I kind of don't blame aliens, no. I know, I'm a little black pilled, but I don't. So you got to think for yourself. You got to prioritize evidence. You have to have first principles, update your beliefs over team loyalty. Question your own side hardest. So your own side, ask them, like, why do you guys believe this? I'm on your side. Why are we believing this? That's the critical. You have to have shared foundations. See, societies function best with overlapping values. Societies function best with overlapping values. Rule of law, individual rights, empirical reality, basic human dignity. Even among disagreement. Even when you're disagreeing, that's when you just have the ultimate diplomacy and just say, okay, we don't believe the same thing. You go that way, I go this way. That's it. That's it right there. I'm gonna mingle. I'm gonna be your friend. I don't have to be your friend. I really don't. You want to believe like that? Go for it. I want to believe like this. I'll go over here. Done. No need to fight. It's over. Yeah, does one opinion have another about the other? Like, yeah, of course. I don't like the white. That's why we're separate. That's why they're over there and I'm over here. Easy. No, you want to force mingle this shit. Like, oh, no, we all have to be friends. Come join my kumbaya or I'll kill you. Like, oh, that's not something I want to be a part of. What is that? Gross, weirdo, sicko crap. I'm just bad myself, but I'm just saying, like, dude, you forced me to believe that? I thought it was a weekend. The hell? Oh, weirdo crap, man. No, I don't like people forcing you to believe what they believe. You can present what you believe. You can share, like I'm sharing. And I provided evidence and stories of what happened to me, and believe it or not, all good. But I don't want to get like that. That's insane. That's enough. You have to reduce the amplifier. This is where the technology comes in. It's like giving just it's like a megaphone. You get a guy in the town square shouting on top of his lungs, but then you give him a megaphone. Now the whole city hears him, right? So that's kind of what happens. So you have to support better media literacy, and you have to have like actual community engagement. Like you have to like get outside because you actually have to interact with people and like realize like nobody's believing that stuff. You'll be surprised how nobody follows all that. Nobody's online like, oh, what's all this about? Like everybody just wants to go to work and go home. That's all everybody wants, you know? And that comes into personal agency. You have to build what you can. And the world's gonna be crazy and there's gonna be evil men who conspire and get together and do crazy things and just, whether it's building corporations and companies or governments or like I don't know, it's just like people in group thought is like that's dangerous. Maybe in a good way because we make rockets and medicine and and all these wonderful inventions and but then there's like this double edged sword downside where it's like, yeah, but then you're gonna get a lot of this. And that's sad. That is sad. I don't like it. I don't like it. You know? That's not cool. I think we should think bigger and higher than just like our own little planet. And I'm not gonna get into aliens or whatever. That's something else. I just mean like in general, like from the physics and the nature that we know that the solar system is, like one day our Earth, our orbit of the sun might decay, and actually we might start falling into the sun. Even as the sun expands, we might be doing this as well. So you got this double, So we're headed for fire. Either way, but it's like a billion years. That's a very long time. But I think that's why humans have such tenacity to survive, to make it, to push. And I don't know if I'm speaking to the right audience here, but I know that I have found myself in places where it's like, keep going, Gerardo, keep going, don't give up, keep working, keep saving, you know what I mean? Like all this kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's a human tenacity, isn't it? To not die. So what does it mean on whole scale? Oh, generational survival. We got through, who knows, global calamities and catastrophes, um, mega volcano eruptions, and yet here we are. And yet here we are. We're survivors. We're pushers. We're movers. We're goers. We're doers. And maybe that's a spirit. And I think that's what I felt in my life, where I was like, "Don't give up, dude. Don't give up. One day you're gonna be doing podcasts. One day you're gonna be on YouTube. One day you're gonna be just keep going, bro. Like, figure it out, fix it. Okay, pay this, pay that, boom, bam, boom, all this like moves. It's like, dude, yes. And now we're finally in a position where it's like, okay, now I can start speaking my truth. Now I can start really saying things that, like, even if it pisses people off, I really don't care. But this is the truth. This is it. This is the foundation. Even if you don't like it, it's like, dude, but it is like tough. Deal with it. I don't know what to tell you. But there needs to be a change. There needs to be a change right now. Humanity is on the brink of either something's going to happen or we're going to find that everything's going to proceed and just do its thing. But there is one super ray of hope that I do want to share with you. And I had this profound thought that humanity is going to live forever. Now check this out. I have notes. Like all these exciting movies. Oh, the end. Like, okay. They always want to talk about the end, right? This is why we like to talk about the end. Because we're immortal. That's fun to entertain. And maybe there's kind of a fever dream of why we do that. And maybe why we do that, and I'm going off a little bit of a tangent here, is because we know that we are gonna live forever. Not me, obviously, like I'm gonna die, and then my kid, but us as a species, as a entity, as a cosmic entity, humans are here and they have arrived. And the cosmos is scared. Oh, I just figured it out. We are their runaway AI. If you can say that. But I really don't think so. Even if it was a creation, I'd probably say that maybe works for me. Anyway, obviously I'm gonna die. But what I mean is humanity has this planet forever. Until maybe the sun blows up. Or orbit falls or decays or whatever. But even if we get hit by an asteroid, I think we'll still be here. We'll still be here. We'll still do it. We'll still do it. And we'll make it, and we'll still push on. I really think that humanity is eternal. I think we've been alive for a long time. More than our history books say. And I think we came from somewhere else. And that is part of the human will, that tenacity to survive, to keep pushing, just find a way. Let's invent something. Let's go. And now they're finding all these deep temples in the dirt. And it's like, okay, maybe we have to push the dates back a little bit, because it seems like we've been here for a minute. I mean, maybe 2 minutes, but no, maybe not 3 minutes, 2 minutes. I think we've been here for like 2 minutes for sure. Again, Arizona, love it. Green tea with ginseng and honey. Delicious. Delish. Drink honey on a regular basis. So, we'll still push on. And maybe I dare say that we've been here for whatever scientists are saying. It only sounds like it's like 2 million years. Actually, I want to. And this is my crazy note I wrote right here. I said 200 million years. I think that, okay. I want to not say that, to be like, no, maybe 2 million sounds about right. 200 was like, that's extensive. That's too much. But there are stories of humans living with dinosaurs. Like maybe that's a whole nother podcast. But interesting to explore there. I do think we're ancient, and the why we're ancient is because we figured a way to planet hop years ago. So you know how Venus is like close to, okay, so Mercury's super close to the sun, right? And it's like a charred brick, right? Like it's just like no atmosphere, just the most magmatic, fiery hellscape you could ever experience, 4,000 degrees on one side, negative 3,000 on the other. Like, it's just insane. Yeah, it fluxes like that. Yeah. because the space is so cold, and so when it spins, one side's super hot, 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 and then even as it spins, it rapidly cools and crunches the rock back down. So like Mercury is like this flexing ball of molten metal and rock that's like hot on one side and cold on the other as it spins, and it's like monstrous, hellish world. Like you do not want to be there. That's not a good place to find yourself. Like, oh, now landing at Mercury. What? Like, no. Venus is even worse. Venus is further than Mercury, but it has like a hellish acid atmosphere that weighs thousands of pounds upon the sulfuric rock surface of Venus. You do not want to be there. You would melt like that. And it's so crazy to think that what if we were there and we had to planet hop? And then you got Earth, right? You got Earth, perfect conditions, just about from the sun. It's like, man, that's a really good spot right there for a planet. Boom, it landed, and maybe we lost history, scattered across the continent. Maybe Africa, where they say that's the cradle of life. Maybe that's where we landed. Just saying, maybe this is fun conjecture. This is, you gotta think, you gotta imagine, you gotta what if, and not just so hold to your ideals. Like, no, this is what happened. It's like, oh, look, I believe stuff, but doesn't mean I can't like imagine things and like entertain an idea. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe. It's like that's how strong faith is. Where you can look at other ideas and be like, okay, tell me more. Yeah, wow, okay, like, and it's okay. But everybody has the right to speak. Everybody has the right to like say what they feel and believe, and you can't stop them from that. Now, if they choose to act and do weirdo crap and start getting violent and okay, well, no, we gotta take it a whole another conversation step forward. That's a whole another podcast. But it's like a decayed Earth, and what if Mars was like an attempt at like early humans? So what? Okay, check this out. What if Mars was Earth-like it was, and we had two, but fun. Early humans went to Mars and mucked it up. What if they mucked it up? What if they drilled? What if there was like, okay, ancient tech, right? So we imagine stonemasonry kind of people. Okay, slingshots, maybe they figured something out. Let's say, I don't know, whatever. Somehow they got somebody up there. Big old slingshot. They used the river canal, which is, I don't know. Got up there, okay. And they start like, okay, well, they wouldn't know. Well, what if they did? What if they did? Well, let's say they knew. They knew, oh, there's no air up there. Oh, okay, because why? We're looking at this through the glass, and we figured it out. And the Mayans were probably pretty smart. Well, whoever built the Mayan temples, because apparently they found them. So it's a whole nother podcast. But what I'm saying is like, what if ancient humans went up to Mars, mucked it up, and somehow canceled like its magnetic sphere because they were trying to like, oh well, what if we strengthen it or something? Like, oh, we'll survive even longer. Like, and boom, they messed it up. Boom, the magnetic field collapsed. Oh, we're gonna cosmic rays. So maybe there was a Mars apocalypse, Mars eclipse. Mars eclipse. That's stupid. Anyway, I went on a tangent there. So everything we're doing, the spacefaring, even like Grok AI, satellites, orbits, and like, why do you think there's such a push for that? Like that's pretty specific of a goal there for billions of dollars. I mean, you're talking black budget kind of stuff, where it's just like throw money at it, whatever you got to do, make it work, And it's like, yeah, I think we're gonna be multiplanetary. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Before I go, I really want to share the fact that I believe that humanity is, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna get over all these wars. We're gonna get through it. It's gonna be bloody and messy, and it's probably gonna get bad there for a second. But we ultimately are gonna make it, and obviously technology is Pandora's box open. Like this, technology is here to stay, and it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. And we have unlocked the knowledge of electronics and digitation and digital stuff, and it's here to stay. It's here to stay. And even if there was some kind of grand societal collapse that somehow reset us back into the Stone Age, like that would still mean that we would start with electronics. That's fucking cool. So imagine a medieval world, but like you got electronics. Yo, that's like the next world coming. If things don't go well, if like let's say, I don't know, some great disaster happens or something, or you know something that is completely out of our care, and you know or our control. But I think we'll make it. We're gonna be good. Technology is out of the box. I think humans did it. Bravo, good job, and we'll see what happens, because this is really cool. And I was born in 1989. I've seen a lot. Obviously not the first 4 years. He's just a child. I know that. I'm not stupid. But there in the 1990s, I started watching MTV and being aware of the culture. Like, whoa, look at this! Like, oh, that's cool. Like, what? Look at mine. I had a little. What's the little? Not Mighty Max. The little, the little digit keychain creature. You had to feed it every once in a while. I forget the name. The little digital. You had a digital pet, digipet. I think it was the digipet, and you had to like feed it and walk it, and it had like just 3 buttons, but it was a little creature, and it would beep at you when it was hungry or lonely, or and it was so cool. And I had one of those, and I'm always on the cusp of like everything pop, everything cool, everything that was going on. I was right there, which is another little side comment I want to make. Is just why like old people, how they're like, oh, I don't understand this stuff today. It's like, dude, you've been alive the whole time. You didn't pay attention. Like, you were alive. Like, what? Like, this is not. I don't get that. I don't get that. The whole, oh, I'm old, therefore I don't understand current. What? You're alive. You were there to see and participate and maybe even facilitate that, and now you don't know. I don't get that. I've met a couple people. They're like, oh, I'm old, and therefore I don't understand all this new current stuff. It's like, even saying that right now, I don't. What? I don't get that. But you were there for the unveiling and rolling out the carpet. What? Like, that makes no sense. That's so stupid, idiotic, moron people. Just okay, okay. Maybe you understand the gist of this channel, but anyway, I don't mean to get like that. But my goodness, that's silly. That's silly to me. Okay, guys, have a good night. Take care. I hope you enjoyed my rant. I'll be a little more cohesive because I'm actually trying to like tie down the show. But yeah, guys, I love it. Take care. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, guys, take it easy.